Good morning, or good afternoon, my fellow park enthusiasts. It is another day. It is Friday, and gonna be doing what we always do, which is mini games, specifically Tangro's Fine Swing. Today's stream is gonna be pretty short because I did not get to stream at my usual time this morning, though. If you were tuned in to the last stream, which I know no one was, if you were tuned into the last stream, then you would probably be aware that I called out the possibility that this stream would not work out as planned. Anyways, when I say this will be a short stream, I'm thinking maybe 15 minutes. It's gonna be a short stream, perhaps shorter than all the streams that have preceded it. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to get a stream off today anyways, just to establish greater consistency. I haven't been streaming for that long, at least not since I came back from my month-long break. So I'd just like to establish a schedule rather than giving up just because I'm unable to stream in the mornings when I would like to. Today happens to be a good day for me. It's basically a day off. I do plan to head out of town this afternoon, so I mean, you know, out of town. Not much to say there. I'll be going to Atlanta. If you see me in Atlanta, you will most definitely not recognize me, but that's okay. If you somehow do recognize me, honestly, you're probably better off not approaching me, just because I'll disappoint you. And when I say that I think I'll disappoint you, what I really mean is that I think I'll disappoint you. Yeah. I know it didn't exactly sound clear at the beginning, so I just thought I'd clarify. Anyways, gotta really start thinking about how I'm gonna approach my attempts from here on. Of course, I could just mindlessly throw myself at the mini game, but I need to keep in mind that this is very real time that I'm spending on this. I need to make sure that I'm being as efficient as possible with my attempts. I need to create some kind of formula for how I'm going to be approaching these attempts. I have a general understanding of how I want each attempt to go. Darn it, what happened? I didn't get the final swing off. Could have been big. Could have been a new PB. Oops. Oops. I've been feeling a bit sick the past couple days. I was sick a few weeks ago, and I feel like I just got over it. Real shame. Real shame. I wonder if this game, mini game, Tangro's Swing Along, is a bit more susceptible to lag. I don't know. Maybe it could be the the way that it renders, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem like there'd be that much for the game to be loading in at once, to the point that it would lag. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't played as much of the other mini games, so I don't have, I don't have much to compare this to. Now that I think about it, this mini game might have the largest map for it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know that, in mini games like Rayquaz's Balloon Panic, or even the whatchamacallit, Bulbasaur's Daring Dash series of games, you have longer courses, but at the same time, I feel like those aren't really loaded. Those aren't really the same kinds of mapping as. Never mind. I have no idea what I'm going on about. Anyways, I saw a dog yesterday. It was a cool dog. I don't know. Looked kind of like a shepherd dog. I don't know what kind, but it seemed like it would probably be a friendly dog. Unfortunately, I didn't get to pet it. You know how it is. Society. Aside from that, just same old, same old. Being out of town is a fun time. Talking about later today when I leave my place of dwelling for the weekend. I was gonna say it's a fun time when you make it one, but it's also kind of stressful because you're putting off things that you'd normally be taking care of over a weekend, and usually you don't get to do those things. If you're staying at a hotel or staying away from home. I don't know. I'll be coming back home Saturday night, but for all that, for just a day and a half away, there's a lot you can miss out on. If you're asking for a specific example, I'm sorry, I couldn't give you one. My life is very top secret. I have to remain vague so that no one figures out my identity. Speaking of people, I don't know how I was going to transition this. People whose identities can't be figured out. Uh, Yesterday there was, I think it's the United Healthcare CEO. He got shot and killed. He got killed by some mystery gunman. That's scary stuff. I mean, he's a billionaire of a corporation that many people were not fond of. So there's actually not a whole lot of mourning for this guy. And I don't know him personally, so I'm not gonna say that people should feel bad about it. Honestly, I mean, I haven't been keeping up with it too much, but from what I've heard, it sounds like this guy who performed the deed is a real John Wick. I haven't watched. I don't know if John Wick would do these kind of things, but he had like writings on the bullet casings that he used, and he just kind of like. I mean, it just kind of sounded like he was chilling. Like he took a city bike into Central Park after after the shots. Like I don't know. This was New York, so people see a gunshot and they probably just look the other way. I don't know. That's how I imagine. That's how I imagine New York being. Now, I've been to New York a couple times. My sister lived in New York for a short time. Yep, I went to visit her, and I've been in New York, of course, both in and outside of the Big Apple City. Oh my goodness, 7.16. Gotta gotta do better. Gotta do better than that. Could have been a new PB, but it wasn't. Oop. Seems like if you swing too early, you don't get the same amount of momentum. I guess it makes sense, right? Oop. Anyways, if there's anything you've learned from hearing me talk about this, it's that I know nothing about the world outside of my house. Talk about going to New York, but I couldn't actually tell you anything of value about the city itself. My sister, she's in the Bronx, um, and even then, I don't know anything about the Bronx. uh, let's see, New York. I have Times Square. It's I don't know if I'd call it a square shape, but more like a town square. It's not really dependent on its angular alignment to be called a square, I suppose. Man, thank goodness nobody watches these. Thank goodness nobody watches these streams. I need to check on the stream, maybe? It might be important. It might be important because I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna sound okay or look okay. And even though there is no one watching, I gotta make sure that. Okay. I just gotta make sure that it don't look bad. Okay, let's restart. Okay, I think the stream is okay. I think the stream is fine. I think I'll probably stream for about 6 more minutes. Short stream. Short stream, but it's okay. A short stream is still a stream. There's a helicopter flying outside my house. Listen to that. Helicopter. Not directly related to helicopters, but I have a friend who fly. I actually have a couple of friends who fly planes, but one of them has offered to take me along on flights before. Specifically once when we went to St. Augustine. Said he had a friend who had offered to let him borrow a plane he used. And god dang, I mean, like, I don't know, I don't know how much a hobby like that costs. This guy isn't a commercial flyer or anything, but he has a pilot's license. He's been flying for a while now. Um, really, I mean, I don't know. Where I was going with this is that he offered to let me fly with him on this one occasion, and to be honest, I just couldn't accept the invitation because I was kind of afraid of the safety that I would be insured on this flight. Because this guy, I mean, I don't know if he's better with planes, but I at least know that his driving record is not very good. He He's got like a, I wouldn't call it a rally car, but he's got some kind of sports car that he tunes up for time trials or something. And let me tell you, he he does not seem to have the ability to differentiate between nighttime driving on empty roads and actually driving on roads with people. I heard he got pulled over once for doing like over 100. I don't mean to call out my pal here, but to be honest, if you do that kind of stuff, if you get caught doing something like that, I honestly do not know how to defend that. Anyways, that was just one instance of something that is kind of crazy. I'm not doing a very good job of selling it, but this guy is not, he's, he's not, the person I would entrust my safety to the most, right? He's been in multiple accidents that I've been made aware of. He's a nice guy, but I just wouldn't entrust my safety to him. Which is all to say I haven't been on a private flight before. I missed my chances. But I'm still alive, you know. So perhaps that's, a trade-off that I received. Plus some of those times he's offered, it wasn't specifically to me, it was like just to any of our friends in our little circle. And tell you what, the price of plane fuel is expensive. Good lord. A couple of times he's been like, "Hey, I'll take anyone on a flight today. I'm planning to go on a, like, I don't know." He doesn't use the word joyride, but I'm guessing it's a joyride. He's like, "I'm gonna go on just a casual flight today, and if anyone wants to join, I'll let them come along if they can split the fuel cost with me." And I was looking it up, and fuel on planes is it's not cheap. I mean, you think it's expensive to keep your car full. Just imagine keeping you know, never mind. I'm ashamed with myself. I can never get my point across. I'm such a failure. That's why I'm here streaming with 0 viewers. Anyways, I'll do the stream for like 1 more minute. Okay. Today's stream was short and thus far has not been fruitful. It is of no consequence, however, as the streams are typically not super good in terms of payoff. Shame. This will be our last attempt, and we'll finish it off for good like we usually do. I said on Monday that from now on I'd try to do streams that... Oopsie. From now on I'd try to do streams that... What was it? Yeah, had multiple mini game sessions per stream. Wow, this is not going well. But yeah, I decided not to do that today just because it's going to be a shorter stream in general. Man. Alright, well, that's going to be it for today. Thank you to everyone who has spent their time with me watching this VOD. To be honest, I'm hoping... Never mind. I'm just going to let the stream hit 20 minutes. It should only be another 15 seconds, right? Well, as always, I'd like for you all to hydrate, take heart,